A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a poignant reflection on the life of the late 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, we explore the profound connections he forged with the world of music, particularly with iconic figures such as Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, and the Allman Brothers. As we remember Carter, who passed away at the age of 100, we delve into how rock and roll not only shaped his personal journey but also played a crucial role in his ascent to the White House. On May 4, 1974, a pivotal moment occurred at the University of Georgia School of Law. Jimmy Carter, then the governor of Georgia, stood before an audience that included prominent figures like Ted Kennedy. Unable to run for re-election, Carter began to contemplate a long-shot bid for the presidency. His speech was a bold critique of the justice system, which he argued favored the wealthy and powerful. In a remarkable display of vulnerability and authenticity, Carter attributed his understanding of justice to two influences, the theologian Reinhold Niebuhr and his friend, the poet Bob Dylan. After listening to his records like The Ballad of Hattie Carroll and Like a Rolling Stone, I learned to appreciate the dynamism of change in modern society, he declared. Carter's candid acknowledgement of Dylan's influence was groundbreaking for a potential American president. He recounted how Dylan's song, I Ain't Gonna Work on Maggie's Farm No More, opened his eyes to the relationship between landowners and farm workers, a realization that resonated deeply with his own upbringing. This connection to music would prove to be a significant aspect of Carter's political identity. One of the journalists present that day was none other than Hunter S. Thompson, who later reflected on the impact of Carter's speech, noting that it was a defining moment in the room. As Carter officially announced his presidential run later that year, he carried with him the spirit of rock and roll. Once in the White House, Carter's love for music only grew. He earned the moniker the Rock and Roll President, a title that was later immortalized in a 2020 documentary about his life, featuring interviews with music legends like Paul Simon, Nile Rodgers, and Dylan himself. In the film, Dylan expressed his surprise at hearing Carter quote his lyrics, revealing the profound impact of music on the political landscape. Carter's relationship with the Allman Brothers began in January 1974 when he attended a Dylan concert in Atlanta. Following the show, he hosted a reception at the governor's mansion, where he bonded with Greg Allman over late-night blues records. This friendship blossomed into a collaboration that would prove instrumental in Carter's presidential campaign, with the Allman Brothers helping to raise crucial funds. Throughout his presidency, Carter continued to intertwine music with his political life. Aretha Franklin graced his inauguration with the performance of God Bless America, and in 1978, he hosted an all-star jazz concert on the White House lawn, where he joined Dizzy Gillespie in a playful rendition of Salt Peanuts. The relationship between Carter and musicians was not merely transactional. It was rooted in a genuine appreciation for the art form and its ability to connect people. One of the most memorable moments came in 1980 when country music star Willie Nelson performed at the White House. Nelson recounted a humorous encounter where he found himself sitting on the roof of the White House with a beer and a joint, reflecting on the relaxed atmosphere that Carter fostered. While Carter was not present for this moment, it exemplified the spirit of camaraderie that he encouraged among artists and leaders. Carter's embrace of music was not just a personal passion. It was a reflection of his desire to bridge divides in a nation marked by political and social strife. He understood that music had the power to unite people across backgrounds, a vision that resonated with his own experiences growing up in a segregated South. As we mourn the passing of Jimmy Carter, we also celebrate the legacy of a president who recognized the importance of music in shaping American culture and politics. His connection to rock and roll and its artists was not merely a footnote in history. It was a fundamental part of his identity as a leader. The upcoming state funeral on January 9th will honor not only his contributions to public life, but also the profound impact he had on the world of music. Carter's funeral will be marked by a series of ceremonies, starting in his hometown of Plains, Georgia, before moving to Washington, D.C. The public will have the opportunity to pay their respects as his remains lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. President Biden, who was personally asked by Carter to deliver the eulogy, will lead the tributes from fellow leaders and citizens alike. In reflecting on Carter's life, we are reminded of the power of music to inspire change and foster understanding. As we remember the rock and roll president, We celebrate a man who not only led a nation but also embraced the cultural forces that shaped it. Jimmy Carter's legacy will continue to resonate in the hearts of those who believe in the transformative power of music and the enduring spirit of connection it fosters. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.